What up, good people? Y'all come on in.
What's going on, everyone? We got some exciting things happening tonight.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to chat with us, if you have some questions that you want to ask us, make sure you type it in the chat, or I don't know if you have access to either one of our phone numbers. You can text us and we'll answer it for you. But
Come in, good people. Come
hey,
on
everybody.
in. Come on in.
So if you have any questions, if you want to join the chat, make sure you type it in the bottom. Or again, if you have either one of our phone numbers, you can text us and we'll answer as best as we can.
Yeah, welcome to Love and Relationships.
We're talking about everything, whatever y'all want to talk about.
Whatever you ask. All right. Now look, make sure you want the answer. If you
want the whole world to hear it.
You know, because I will be calling your name out with the question.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I will be saying this is from such and such. So so there's a chat. What's up, Rodney Rogers? How you doing, bro? Lorenzo Brown checking in. What's happening? Monroe, Louisiana checking in.
Yeah. So Facebook, YouTube, however you can connect with us.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a little time, man, so everybody can come in. We talking about love and relationships. Sex is a hot topic. If we want to talk about that, if we want to talk about ministry and marriage, or business and marriage, and this is not just a one-time thing. We will be back and forth talking about this often. The reason why we kind of canceled the in-person thing, because there are a lot more people that wanted to chime in here.
Reach, yeah.
And
it's not just for marriages. So if you're single, if you want some advice, if you're engaged, however, if you're just dating, whatever, all relationships.
What up, Eric Tava Sequoia? What's happening? Adair Marsh, what's up? How y'all doing?
Bruh Mike,
Trinell Tucker, Dr. Trinell Tucker.
Yes, Doctor.
Devon, what's up? Philip Wright, all y'all in the building, what's happening? Also, Red Challenger. Is that LA, California, or is that Louisiana?
Hey, Opalaka.
Oh, yeah. That's Alabama checking in.
Yeah.
Miss Kendrick, Canarian Kendrick, Mr. or Miss, I don't know if it's, so.
And the new Prince. Batman, what's going on, sir?
Batman! If you want to talk about me. There we go. Mindy Graves, Robin Worthy, Don Brown, all checking in. What's happening? How y'all doing? Are you doing this period? This is Rico from Mississippi. What's up? What's up, Rico? You met at the service. What's happening? How you doing, bro? So yeah, we getting ready to go in. You guys can start asking certain questions right now. And we're gonna start I wanted to give it 5 minutes so people can get on. We are streaming across different platforms, and so you said, do you remember going to Germany in 2010? Yeah. Wow, military, what's up? Yes, sir.
Okay, and he sang part of your song. Dope.
That's what's up. Wow.
What up, Big Rich?
Big Rich, Houston checking in. Unless it's Big Rich Houston is your last name, you in the ATL. So that's a lot going on right there. Right. What's up, Big Rich? And so we're gonna get it in today. Talk about relationships, man.
All right, we got the first question from Rico Anderson. Why is it so hard to meet the person that is compatible for you?
Oh, what's up, Tyson Brooks, my cousin? What's up, famo? Why is it so hard to meet the person that is compatible to you? Well, it depends on what you want, what you're looking for. Because when you get into a relationship, you might find a person that's compatible, but you're gonna realize you still have to change in that relationship.
Yeah.
So you're forever changing. You're not gonna stay the same. Your relationship is gonna be forever evolving. And a lot of times, people who look for compatibility is looking for somebody that's gonna accept me the way I am, which is true, but also a person that's not willing to change. And so you're gonna get in a relationship. When we first started, and when we got married, she was hot natured. I had to have it freezing in the house. She had to have it hot in the house. And we had to figure it out. So some nights she'll be freezing.
Yeah.
And some nights I felt like Satan was in the room with us. It was so hot. You know what I'm saying? It's so weird.
And I actually had to pray to God. I was like, Lord, if this is going to work, you're going to have to change me. You're going to have to change me and make me cold-natured, because I am in here freezing. I'm waking up with head colds. If this is going to work, you're going to have to change me. So I think that is exactly what you were saying.
Yeah.
And I was going to add, I think we set the bar too high. Like for me, I had this long list of what he's going to be. He's going to be this and that and this and this and this and that. And if you do all the check marks and he misses a mark or she misses a mark, then you may not feel like she's compatible when she might be the actual one that you can be with. And you have this bar set so high and all your check marks and this thing you've been dreaming and mulling over for years. And if they miss one mark, you don't even give them a chance. So I think putting that bar so high where that person can't even attain it, they can't reach it, it's unreachable.
And also, man, I feel like wait, something is up with our encoder, babe. Hold on, we're gonna get this right.
Hey, Robin, I see you.
Is the stream coming through cool? Because I'm doing this from the crib. I'm not doing this from the church, so I want to make sure the stream is coming through cool. Y'all let me know. Cardella Scroggins.
I'm about to ask her.
Y'all make sure that the stream is coming through cool. What's up, Sierra Harden? My sister's closet, LaWanda Benton. What's happening? Checking in for Free Life.
Hey, LaWanda, how you feeling?
I want to make sure that the live is good. So we're gonna so to the compatibility question. Sometimes you gotta ask a lot of questions. Sometimes you're not gonna find out that you're compatible unless you've been on a couple dates or you've been with a person for a while, or you try. Now, I'm not telling you to just get in a relationship with somebody that you are not attracted to or stuff like that. But when you kind of feel like, all right, my wife
if
said
if they're not clean and organized, like you put on your list that they should be clean and organized, then you're not going to give them a chance. Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah, because I'm not clean and organized. However,
but that was on my list.
I come with a lot of perks, my brother.
Right, exactly.
My G, I come with a lot of perks. So where I messed up at, and I messed up on a lot. She told me she wanted a white picket fence.
You gave me a white picket fence.
I did in one of the houses. I did.
Yes.
But I did tell her at the beginning.
Day one.
I am not a white picket fence type of dude. That's just not me. Like I'm not a white picket fence type of dude. So I told her that. And then
I had to make a choice. Now, am I willing to move? I wanted a 9-to-5. I wanted everybody to go to work and come home, and we have 2 kids and a dog and a white picket fence. And let me tell you, when I live the opposite of that right now, like I don't know what I'm doing every day. Every day is an adventure, which I love. Yeah. I do. So what if I had said, you know what, you're not compatible. You're not the 9-to-5. You don't have the white picket fence ready for me. So I'm not going to even give you a chance. Where I saw. Instead, I could see that, this guy knows God, he knows the kingdom, he lives the kingdom, he breathes it, he eats it, so let me give him a chance. And because of that, we're able to say 22 years down the road that it worked. It worked, and we are compatible.
Yeah. So, you said Robin. I was like, oh, that's Robin Bond. Listen, Robin, holla at me, man. Robin, if y'all don't know Robin, Robin has the dopest background vocals If you need a soprano, a real soprano, y'all need to holler at Robin. Robin, you need to get in contact with us. I'm back in the studio. I need that soprano voice again. All right. So if y'all are, somebody say it's lagging.
It's freezing.
It's freezing. It's cutting out. Let me. What's happening? I wanna make sure we good, man. So, is it still freezing? Y'all let me know. If not, I'll put this. We're recording it, so I'm gonna put this. Put it up again.
All right, we got Lily's World. She said, or he said, how long have you been married? What would you consider a strong relationship? So we've been married 22 years, and we dated 4 years before that.
Yeah.
And what would we consider a strong relationship?
A strong relationship. I mean, really, it's your declaration. You know how you feel in your relationship. I feel like we have a very strong relationship. I feel like I trust my wife with everything, and over time I had trust issues. I had trust issues not only with my wife but with everybody, just being hurt, in certain situations, and so I had trust issues. But my wife, like, she passed my little test. She did. I hope I passed her. Well, I had to. 22 years in the marriage, I had to pass her test. But I felt like my wife knows me. Knows my goods and bads, my ups and downs. She knows how to push my buttons. She knows, I know how to push hers, and we know how to go back. So I think just knowing each other, having each other's back, she don't have to be everything. We're everything together. And so I don't want the pressure to always be on one person or the other, to feel like you got to try to fulfill, you got to try to make me happy. I'm trying to make you happy. You're trying to make me happy.
Right.
It's not necessarily my job for me to worry about what's happening to me. It's my job to worry about what's happening to you. And when we learned that, and when we went through situations, now let me tell you something. First lady can cuss now. Hey, she hate first lady, so we ain't gonna say that no more. She don't like first lady, she like only lady. So and y'all gonna hear her rapping on my new project. It's gonna be crazy. Anyway, but so with that, I understood that she has a passion for certain things, and I have a passion for certain things. And so that's how you make a team. You make a team, I got into the gender roles thing at one time where we was like, the man's supposed to do this and the woman's supposed to do this. And then I realized, man, we're supposed to win. We're supposed to win. When she was married, when she was pregnant and with Dominion, I did my best to do Love's How. Make sure that we are good right now, because we don't have no technical people in here, so it's just the old folk in here trying to make it happen. Y'all know how it is when old people start doing stuff. So I just want to make sure we good. So I'm gonna give everybody a chance to get back. Yes. Yeah, we back, man. Make sure Lorenzo, make sure this that we streaming right, man.
And it was smooth, it ain't choppy.
What's up? All right, it's good. Somebody say it's good. All right, make sure we straight. Yes. Riri says good. All right.
Stop laughing at us, Deshaun.
You know how it is, man. My wife back here got her pliers and got her old little tool belt back trying to work the internet. Y'all gotta help these old folk with the internet. Yeah, what up, man. Monroe? So we'll give everybody a second. Tell everybody we back on. Cuz, thank you. My cuz Tyson too. Riri.
That's Rihanna Porter. Y'all give her a pat on the back on that one.
Man, I was talking good about compatibility and everything. We will put the because we're recording as well. We'll put the edited version up. But we just learned. Riri just gave us a lesson in streaming. Usually we pre-record and so we don't have no issues.
Hey, Dr. Gordon.
What's up, Satanda? Gordon, Augusta is in the building. Y'all, we got a radio show that is in Augusta big
Friday
shout
night,
out.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, man. And big shout out to my sister Satanda for helping us
Yeah.
out on radio in the city. What's up, Brad? What's up, B Rad? Bishop B
All right,
Rad Johnson.
Y'all gather your questions.
All right. So this right here, we starting over. To make sure that you guys are in, we had some technical difficulties, but we want to answer your questions on relationship. WNRR Gospel 1380 AM and 93.3 FM. That's what every Friday night
7
we
o'clock.
are there 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
In the booth, radio is
Acting
doing
a
it.
mess.
All right, and so
Yes.
we're talking about relationships. Me and my wife, we've been married for going on 22 years next
In
month.
October, yes.
Yeah, praise God. And you know, somebody asked about compatibility earlier. I want y'all to ask, like, don't ask the church questions now. Y'all can ask.
Be real.
Ask about, you know, some people need to know the priority of ministry and marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, you know, the excuse "I'm doing it for God" has always been there. What do you say to something like that?
I was about to say the word that was given to us a couple of months ago, and the word was that God is already pleased. So you are not working to please God. He's already pleased with you. So I know a lot of us feel like we have to, you know, do all of these good works in church, and I got to go to every meeting, every rehearsal. I have to talk to every person. Whenever a phone call happens, I have to take it because I'm building the kingdom. I'm taking care of the kingdom. And at the same time, you might be, you know, ignoring your family, ignoring your marriage, ignoring your kids, thinking that you're working to please God when he's already pleased. It was talking about, we got the word from the Bible stating that when God looked at his son on the cross, he said, you know, I'm already pleased with you. I know you're doing this for the world. You're doing this to, you know, save souls and everything, but I'm already happy with who you are. You've done everything that you ever could do because you're my son.
Yeah.
And so we're his children. We don't have to feel like we have to work to please God. We have to work. Of course you want to be obedient. And I'm not saying just do whatever you want to do. But of course, be obedient. God tells you to do certain things. Do those things. But he is already pleased with who you are right now today.
Yeah,
he's already happy with the today me.
Yeah, and a lot of times I even have found myself doing a little too much trying to please God. And before Jesus was baptized, or when he was baptized by John the Baptist, when he came up, Holy Spirit descended on him like a dove, and an audible voice from heaven said that this is my son in whom I'm well pleased.
Right.
And then after that, he's led into the wilderness. I believe that Jesus was trying to come into himself to realize that he was the Son of God. So before, you know, because that is the thing that was tested in the wilderness. He's baptized by John the Baptist. Then he goes into the wilderness, and the enemy, the devil, is tested. If you be the Son of God, if you be the Son of God, then ask if he was a Christian.
Right.
Then ask if he was a church person. If you be the Son of God, do this. If you be the Son of God, do this. And so one of my favorite passages in the scriptures is when Jesus goes into the synagogue and read Isaiah 61 and say, today this scripture is fulfilled before your eyes, which means the Messiah, the guy that y'all been looking for, I'm it, which means he at that point says, you know what? I'm the Son of God.
Right.
And so when you get to the point to where you know who you are, you're not trying to prove to people who you are. You're not trying to prove I'm the pastor. I'm not the. You can work
some freedom
from a place of rest.
Yeah.
Now that's something to say. Work from a place of rest. So I had to realize that, man, we were going to church
every day. Whenever it's open, we were there.
And I had to realize, God, you love me.
Right.
And I got to spend more time with my wife, because I realize now my wife and my growing family is now my first church. You know? And so a lot of times people violate the sanctity of marriage, which is to me the first church. Your family is the first church. Trying to please God. And so you're gonna, everybody's relationship vertically, you know, you know what you got to do to please him.
Right.
You know, and Lord, I love you. Lord, I trust you. Lord, I believe you. Lord, bless me.
But I can't stand her.
But this relationship here, you struggle with,
right.
You know, and the scripture also talks about, you know, how could you know, love God who you don't see at all, you've never seen, and not love your brother that you see every day or your sister that you see every day. And so, you know, this relationship takes work, takes adjustments, takes changing. It's like, oh, I didn't realize you didn't like that. I didn't know, you know. And let me, ladies, can I say something before I read this next question? Can I say something? If y'all don't tell us what's wrong, don't be the one that says you a man, you should know better.
Yeah.
Every man comes from a different place. Some guys didn't have fathers, some didn't have mentors, and they fallen in love with you, and they just don't. It's some men that just don't know. All right, so they can't make the assumption. You can't make the assumption that they're supposed to know,
and vice versa.
Yeah. And so if you hadn't discussed it and say this is what I like and this is what I don't like, don't bring the assumptions from what your last boyfriend or husband did automatically, and then expect this new guy to fall in line.
Right.
No. And that's why it's good to kind of write certain things down for us to have an understanding. Yeah, this is what I like.
And don't write him off if he doesn't do it the first time.
Yeah.
It might take a couple of times.
Yeah, it's 22 years of marriage. The garbage day is on Tuesday, and I still miss it. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
But I can make a beat.
Right. The perks. We talked about that. The perks.
All right. So
we have a question from Cardella. She said, is God displeased with sex before marriage?
I would say yes. Because it's in his word. And so sex before marriage, a lot of times, and this is not just for Miss Cardella, but this is for everybody. There are people that will have sex with you, will share, will, have a baby with you, and do all of that and don't even know you. There are people that'll have sex with you and won't give you the code to their phone. Oh, you can't look at my phone, but I'll give you my body. Yeah, but you can't have the code to my phone. No. And that abnormality in life is the norm right now.
It is.
That you can have my goods, you can have my bodies, my fluid. You could give me AIDS and HIV. You just cannot
read my emails.
You can't go on my Instagram.
Right.
You can't go on my DMs, and it's so backwards. And so a lot of times people are sleeping out of wedlock. Now, the scripture says it's better to marry than to burn. There's two interpretations of that, to burn in hell or to burn with desire.
Right. That's unquenched.
Yeah. And so and if you guys have decided that I'm willing, man, I think the decision when you get married should be this: I am willing to change for you. We live our literal lives together. So like we do lunch together, we do breakfast together, we work together, we make decisions together all day. And so spending that time with somebody, all day, I had to change a lot. I had to change. I had to work on my temper. I had to work on my anger. I had to work on the way I pursued my desires. Before I had my wife, music was first, and at all costs. We having a meeting at the strip club. Let's go. Like what it is. That's normal. I'm talking to her like that's normal, and realized I had to change, and I changed. And I'm still changing. So the sex before marriage, it's there is a desire in a person's body who have been having sex, but if you've never had sex before, then you kind of want to wait until you
I was going to say that you have nothing to compare it to as well. So you're going to marry this person who may have had, a number of partners, and then you're going to always feel like, did I do it like her, or did I do it like him, or you're going to always compare yourself. So you don't want that. You don't want to bring that into a marriage, into a relationship. So I think,
and I did. And I did. And I had to go through it. Man, hey, I'm getting ready. It's hot in here, but I tried to turn off all the fans to make sure the fan wouldn't go through the sound. But so y'all let me know if that's too loud or whatever, because it's hot and I'm sweating bullets in this studio. But I did wrong. I cheated during our relationship when we was dating, and she didn't find out till we were married. And it was a horrible, horrible experience. I had to rebuild trust, and I told her it wasn't you. I got a lust problem that I've had since I was 15. And I lost my virginity at a church convention. I'm trying to do right by God. I got a heart for God. But I wasn't doing right, and so I had to admit then I gave my wife all the codes to everything. I wanted accountability. I wanted to prove to her that I was not the same guy. I wanted to, man, and so anytime you want, you can look at my whatever and check if you feeling insecure. If you feel like I'm doing, you go in there, you look, and you find out. All right, and I gave that part of my life to her, which made her stronger, And a lot of guys be like, "Boy, I don't know. How you know she gonna be the one? How you know? Hey, I trust."
You make a decision that she's the one. That's how you know.
You make a
decision. You the one, and then we're gonna work this thing out.
And you make it work. You
it's
make
not
it
magic.
Work.
It's not hit or miss. It's not roulette, whatever, Russian roulette.
Russian roulette.
You have to make a decision. I'm going to work this thing out no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what.
And a breakup occurs when, one, somebody cheated on you or what have you. The scripture say when you married, you can get out of that. But other than that, for richer, for poor, for better, for worse, to death do us part. That's the promise, and we got to work it out. When a person decides not to change, it's over. When you decide not to change, when both of us are at a stalemate of not changing, that's it. It's as simple as that. Or you take this dance, you give some, I give some. And we dance all the way through this.
And this is something that we are confessing now.
Yeah.
Like 22 years in, we're still saying we're always changing. We're always changing. Every day we're confessing the same thing, that we're not so complacent that, okay, we made it this far, we good. No, there's always something that could be changed. There's always something that could be tweaked. There's always something that could make this thing better. And I feel like because we do that every day, it only gets better and better and better. We never get bored with each other. I don't even use the word bored. Like, I can't use it because there's so much going on in our lives.
I promised her. I say, hey, I'm trying to be rich, but I don't know. This is when we were dating. I said I'm trying to be rich, but I can't promise you that. But I do promise that you will never be bored. Never. All right. Now that ain't always bored good and bored bad, but the excitement is sometimes, man. If I tell you on some of these when we closed on one of the houses, how close that mug was to 5 o'clock, and it's 3:30. We need X amount of thousands of dollars, and that mug, and we're in the car like,
well.
And so I did promise you'll never be bored. You know what I'm saying? And so we've had ups and downs, but we had a good time together. And so I must admit, this is my best friend in the whole world. And Cardella asking all the questions.
And they're good too.
Wait.
Said, does God choose for people to be single?
No, you choose. You choose.
And God said it's not good for you to be alone.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
No.
God doesn't choose you for you to be single. He that finds the wife found the good thing. A woman can be found. Some of y'all need to be bad at playing hide and go seek. Some of y'all hiding too good. And the thing about it is, there are a lot of people that like a lot of y'all, but y'all don't like them. And then y'all like bad men.
You got
Church
that bar
girls
too high,
like bad
I
men
said.
too. Some of y'all like thugs. I don't know. I ain't no thug, man, but I'm a balance between. How can I say this?
Church and real world.
I'm a balance between, I guess, church. Yeah,
Church and real world.
I'm a real guy. I'm getting mature.
Yeah.
I'm a real guy, but I love God with all my heart. And so that doesn't change my culture. So I think a lot of times, you got to know exactly what you want, because a lot of guys will give you exactly what you want, but you just don't want that guy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, sometimes you just got to take them to the dentist and get them baby teeth fixed and take the character.
God.
You got
And take the character.
Take the character, man. The man's a good dude, hard-working, blue-collar dude, bro. He just got baby teeth. He just got to bite his food a lot.
Okay.
Let that man, hey, listen. Take the man with the, I just feel like sometimes we make it hard on ourselves because of the standard of other people that you see.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. It's fake.
Yep.
They got a fake standard around you. They know how to make you feel a certain type of way. And I'm telling you, that ain't real, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And so, I got 3 boys. And my wife still hear the jealousy in my voice about certain things.
Yes.
With my boys. They young men growing up in my house. Nah, my plate come first.
Oh
No, it just is what it is. But it's also me telling her, you still my girl. Like, I don't care who it is. You still my girl. My little one, Justice, like to come sleep in the middle of the bed, man. That joke, and then he ate, but he got a grown man body. And I'm like, dude, bro, it's my woman, bro. I know that's your mama, but come on, bro. So I think, and then she like to know that she wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so in our relationships, it's what do you want? Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something. You're gonna get the perfect man based off of the 3-4 weeks that you meet him. He gonna have the perfect physique. He's gonna have the perfect hair. His breath gonna smell good and all that. And then as y'all get deeper and deeper into the relationship, you're gonna realize he has flaws just like everybody else.
Yep. Nobody's perfect.
And just know how to hide them. Mm-hmm. And so my wife works on me. Got to keep telling me when I come up that stage, she got to give me my speech, my love. Boy, you did good. I hug it. Give me that hug, that touch, because that anointing flows out of you, boy. And I'm telling you, if she ain't there sometimes, I can't hear from her. It feels weird. And over the years, as passionate as I am with ministry, she learned, oh, Lord, no, y'all got to get him. Mm-hmm. Don't let him be by himself at the concerts and read scripture, especially when my mom went home to be with the Lord and my dad went home to be with the Lord, and I'm still out there ministering, and I'm half empty. I needed my wife at that point for my mind. Everybody talk about physical, and a lot of times when you're single, you're gonna think about physical first.
Of course.
Yeah, but once the climax has been reached,
then what?
You back to soul and mind.
You still here?
Yeah. Once the body has been quenched,
right.
The climax, once you climb, then you back to mind and spirit. And so, all right, we stayed on that a long time. I want to go. What type of music do you listen to when? Wait, it went out the way. When making out, being a spiritual couple. Man, you listen to regular music. You listen to what music turn you on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Who told you that love music, like there's plenty of R&B or whatever that's just love music. Who told you that was wrong and that you can't listen to that as a Christian? God made love. I mean, he made the institute of love. So why do you feel like you can only listen to gospel music in order to get in the mood or to be with your loved one or whatever?
They want to listen to, oh, get me out,
No,
Jesus.
they don't. No, they don't.
Get me out today.
No.
Get me out. Don't get me out. Get me in. I'm just
But some great love music, not music like I want you to leave your man to be with me. That's not the love music I'm talking about.
Hey.
Love music, you are my one and only, whatever. But be real. You don't want to listen to that.
I want to read some of these comments. Somebody say they love the realness.
If he's not attractive.
If he's Cardella is like, man, Cardella, you should have came over to the house. You got a lot of comments on here. If he's not attractive, are we stuck?
It's probably gonna catch up.
All right. She says, should you be making out the Christian music? Yeah, you make out of whatever you want to.
Why not?
You make out of
how you gonna do that, but
if he's not attractive to you, then I don't think he wants you to choose someone. What?
God is not telling you to choose anybody. Choose somebody you're attracted to, of course.
And plus, sis, you got to realize that the choice that you make to be with somebody is on you. It ain't on God. A lot of us try to put God in that.
Yeah, like the soulmate. There's only one person made for you.
It's on you.
That's not true.
He that findeth the wife findeth the good thing.
So if you find somebody, then God will be in the middle of that if you take that relationship to him.
Yeah.
It's not there's a one person on the planet just for you. No, that's not the case.
Yeah. All right, so let me see. He's been in a new marriage. It was Lorenzo Brown said he's been in a new marriage for 11 months and it's an adjustment. I feel you, bro. What else do we have? What's up, Willie Sanders? We got a hit we working on, bro. Somebody's replying to. All right, get me.
What?
No sound quality. Oh, sound quality is good. All right, I'm trying to make sure we good. Can y'all still see me? Can y'all still see me? All right. So, let's go on to something that that I want to kind of bring up, and it's unequally yoked.
Okay.
All right. Scripture says, "Do not be
What up, Seven?
What up, Seven? Do not be unequally yoked with non-believers."
Right.
All right. A deeper interpretation of that is, do not be unequally yoked with somebody that don't believe like you. All right. So
so there could be two Christians that don't believe the same way, on the same level.
They, Jesus, we believe in. No, this is how they do it. We believe in God. What's your access to God? Jesus. Okay, we agree there. All right. Now, do you believe the Bible? All right, and the things in the Bible, sex before wedlock. You kind of have that discussion. Some people are unequally yoked. Mm-hmm. Some people they don't believe the same. Sometimes people get into relationships before they realize the direction of a person. And it's not that the person is in sin.
Right.
They just like they're not interested in music. They want to do something else.
Right.
They like to build. They're a carpenter. There's something. They're not interested in you. So the big issue is not necessarily that somebody's cheating on you, but no, you guys don't have any interest. Every time you trying to sing, they got the hammer building a house.
Right.
You're in two totally different planes. How do you make the adjustment if you've gotten into a relationship with somebody or married somebody? Because if you're in a relationship, you can break up. But if you've married somebody that you're unequally yoked, not necessarily that person is in sin, but they have no interest in what you do and you have no interest in what they do. What do you do?
You find, what did I do? When we were dating, you were watching a lot of basketball. It was Jordan and the Worm at the time and all of that. I don't like basketball like that. I like, my thing is football. And so I told myself I have to get into his world. Like, what is his world? What I have to find something. So I sat and I watched a basketball game with him. I'm like, all right, so what's happening here? Even though I wasn't interested in the beginning, once I kept doing that, and then I found the interest. And so we weren't unequally yoked in that area anymore, because I found something in there. Even though I'm not running to the TV to see basketball, I just can't. If it ain't football, I don't care. But that's what I did.
She knew the worm, though.
I knew the worm,
which was Dennis Rodman,
because he was from Dallas
back then.
He was from hometown.
But and like, she got totally into my world, and I was very aggressive about what I was doing. But she was doing music too.
Yeah. And
her music is different from mine. She's jazz and soul.
And so he had to get into my world.
I
had to go to the jazz clubs with me.
I loved it too. And she stopped when we got married. But I love to see. I am amazed. I'm a easy fan. That's just the type of person I am. Like, I like to support people. I love to see people that do stuff different than me. Mm-hmm. I am blown away at just different gifts. That's just, I love that. I love being that person. I can't stand to be around a hater.
Right.
It makes my skin crawl to be around a hater. Like, man, let that man make his money. Let him do what they do. They do it different than you, whatever. And so when I saw my wife doing jazz, something, I grew up quartet. People don't know that. I grew up Fix It, G's. I grew up quartet. My dad was a quartet singer. Hip hop, you just grew up in the culture of hip hop. You can't help that. But jazz and soul, I wasn't really privy to a lot. And so when I saw her doing that, I'm still, man, I keep talking about this record that I'm getting ready to release. She rapped on it, did vocals on another song, and sang opera on another song. And I'm just like, what are we doing?
And only he could bring that out of me on one album.
When you hear it, it's gonna be crazy, but you're gonna say, I'm gonna say, no, that's not a sample. That's not a person that we hired. That is all of them gifts are in my wife, and it's always been there. And I think, our thing is the wrestle of trying to support each other.
Yeah.
And that's really what it's been.
Yep, the
whole time. The wrestle of, man, you hot. And she like, nah, you hot. Like, nah, we need to put your music. And I'm like, no, we need to put your music. And I'm like, man, and so when you're talking about being compatible and unequally or equally yoked, you have to have an interest in what that person is doing. And it's gotta get past sex.
Right.
You gotta know what okay.
And they should be you should be their biggest fan, basically.
Yeah.
Like, there should be nobody that would sing their praises more than you. And if you're married to that person, you should be their biggest fan and always bringing them up. I know couples that they keep bringing each other down by, well, you ain't that great, or you ain't. I'm like, what? How? When did you get to that point? And you're married. How are y'all not on the same team? How are y'all not supporting each other in everything that you do? I don't understand that. So I think that's a part of the unequally yoked as well. When you're not even supporting what they do and what they love, and at least trying. Like,
man, if you got a 6'5" guy that picks sunflower seeds for a living, that's what he do.
That's random, but go ahead.
I'm just saying, because he's tall. And you think he's supposed to be playing ball, but he picked something and he get paid. He one of the dopest.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He one of the dopest in the city. He supplied the whole lower west east side with sunflower seeds. If that is a man that support, I'm just saying, how ridiculous that sound. If y'all in a relationship and you like him, then you should find yourself out there picking sunflower seeds
with him. Exactly.
You get you a little bucket and figure it out.
When I met him, I did not, even though I sang, even though I did music, I did not like the studio. Because it was so technical, and buttons and chords and I just
it was weed and women in there too. So she ain't like that.
Well, that's
little liquor, little.
But even minus all of that,
yeah.
I didn't like all the technical part. But I got in there and I learned how to use all of that.
Yeah.
And then I loved it.
And she was
a lot of times you just got to get in there and get into their world, and then you find out, you know what, I actually like that. And now I'm the first one that'll record. I record myself, or I've learned how to do graphics.
What's up, Ross?
Other things that I would have never done.
Yeah, and she does anything that I learn. I automatically teach my wife. Anything that I learn, I automatically teach my. And one, she has a very good retention. At times I don't, and
I'm always there.
Yeah.
So that means you always got an engineer. You always got somebody to run graphics. You always got somebody to run lights because y'all are a team. So yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That would be the smart thing to do.
Let me go to some of these comments real quick. Adair Mar says yes, Ramona with the hearts. What up, cuz? Cuz, give me a fire emoji. Natasha Etchinson says love it. Also, we got a. What's up, Ross? We got another question. Is it okay to date somebody who is secular? That's Batman. That's Francis. Wait. What? How can a person be secular?
Secular means without God. So is it okay to date somebody who doesn't believe in God?
You as well. The Bible says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. All right. If you find a person that openly denies that Jesus is the Christ, or just don't want to live a life, and you're trying to live for God, you're gonna open yourself up to be cheated on. You're gonna open yourself up to be stolen from. You open yourself
and other spirits, all kind of things.
You got to understand that people who are secular, or sinners,
or without God, yeah.
Even Christians lie. We got Jesus, but they lie. But a person without Jesus is plotting, and so it's just what you open yourself up to. And so, at least a person who is trying to get close to God, who is trying to make an attempt to go to church and learn and change and all of that, that's a little bit less risky. Everybody might have some stuff in that they are dealing with that you might be aware of later on, and that might happen. But if you guys are in the presence of God and you're seeking God's face and you are
together, yes,
that makes it that gives more hope to the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and so, man, somebody say I'm ready to hit. Man,
we ready too, Georgia boy.
Hey,
oof, I'm ready, and I live.
I don't want to talk about this album on here. I will while I'm waiting on the next question, because we got some more questions and we got a little bit more time. And I apologize. We're gonna go a little bit over to make up for the little glitch we had earlier.
Charlie Banks said part of the commitment to your spouse is to compromise.
Yes.
You're right.
Yes.
You're right.
Yeah. We have to compromise. We have to say to each other, I am willing to change for you. Or what do you want? Sometimes we have discussion. I tell her, hey, I want this today. Other time it's, man, whatever you want, 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 and then now there's one place she don't like checkers for some reason. So she don't like. She says it's a ball of grease.
It is a ball of grease.
But when I used to eat checkers, because she stopped me from eating checkers, it used to be whatever you want, whatever you want, whatever you want. Then I used to be like, well, then let's go to checkers. She was like, nope. I was like, wait, you just told me whatever I want. All right, and so 22 years of marriage. We've gone through. We got a daughter in college right now. That's something new. A new atmosphere for us. Just different. We've already been down there to visit her. She been gone 2 weeks. The second week we were back down there. You good? Let me look at your eyes. You straight?
Putting my eyes on you. That's all.
And
she fine.
And so she fine. It's more so her mama. We were trying to get right.
Y'all know the truth.
But you're forever changing.
Mm-hmm.
You're forever changing, and so. In a marriage, each year as you evolve, you have to be willing to make adjustments, and you can't just say this is just the way I am. That's death to a marriage. That's almost kind of like if you're not willing to change you. Man, I heard this quote. and I don't even know how true it is. It's just something that was very interesting. And it said a person lives longer as they begin to learn new things. If they learn new things and they change, it does something to the body, to the mind, to the spirit. It's like gives them a jolt of energy to keep going because you've learned new things. And I just thought that was interesting, man. I really did. And so you can't just get to a point to say that you are. This is just where I am. My mom was like this. My grandma was like this. My daddy was like this. And no, man, you got to be willing to change. And me, man, I've been changing. I've been trying. That's
the whole purpose of you leaving your parents to cleave to your wife, cleave to your husband, because you're basically starting over. Like all the things you grew up with and how you were, you may not be able to bring that into the marriage. You may not like that. She may not like that. So that's the point of cleaving.
Miss Etchison has a question. You hear that communication is key, but I come to believe that understanding is key. What do you think? Yes. Our communication sometimes is different. My as an artist or as Canton Jones, I'm weird in a lot of communication thing. So my wife has to interpret for me to people, especially when I'm mad. When I'm mad, I come in, man, that's what. She'll wait till I go, and she'll say, okay, now this is what he said, and this is what he meant, and this is what y'all do, and this is how y'all do it. And it's simply because she understands Cantonese. She understands my language.
And with me, I don't talk a lot, so he understands body language.
I know body language. If you ain't talk, I already know you mad. Right. I already know you did that. You was upset with that. I know exactly who you was upset with. I know what she said. I know what he said. I know, and so it's because our communication is not always verbal, but we've learned to get understanding through communication. And so where a person would not understand, or certain language means certain things to certain people. It means something different to us. My wife tells me I am aggressive, and she says I am aggressive. Come on in. We got somebody that just peeked in the studio. The studio is at the crib, of course, and this is one of our little people. Say hello to everybody.
Hi.
All right. Go. You need something?
Yeah, I was wanting to show Mom something.
All right, go ahead and show. I was talking. All right. Yeah. So. When we're communicating, I think sometimes culturally, different things mean, or certain things mean something different. Man, if you move up the street, sometimes certain things mean something different. And so you gotta definitely have a discussion about what certain things mean. Man, how you feel disrespected when this is said and all of that. Sometimes the person that you're with don't think that what they said was a big deal, and you blow up.
Oh, gosh.
But sometimes you're at a certain place where you took it a certain way, and it wasn't meant that way, but you took it that way, and and all of that stuff has to be discussed. So that is very, very big.
What up, Eric and Sequoia?
Eric Tarver, how do you deal with disagreements? And so in disagreements, it's a give and take. We understand that there is an initial emotional thing that comes out.
That you want your way.
We both want our way.
That's natural.
And we get it out. Then after we calm down, we discuss certain things. Like I say, the woman of God can put them together now. She can put them together, boy. God. And so it's so. But after we calm down, we got to kind of assess what's going on, and then we come with a compromise. We have to talk about, all right, sometimes you do this, sometimes we do this. We'll do it this time. We'll see which way works the best.
And that has to be discussed before the argument.
Yeah.
You have to write the rules before the argument. That's what we learned. We made up our own constitution, our own government for our marriage, because when you in the heat of the moment, that's the wrong time to decide how you want to handle disagreements.
Yeah.
So when you're calm and when you're happy and everybody's good to go, that's when you say, okay, when we argue, we're not going to leave the house, or
Yeah.
we're not going to shut down, or whatever your rule may be.
Yeah,
so that's how we do that.
Because those two was me. The one she just said right there. that was, yeah. Because I'm like, I'm gone. You know, I'm going to the studio or something that I could do to get, not a studio in the house, but I got to get this emotion out because I don't want to say something to you that I can't take back. So I'm going to get this out. Or you know, I was the shutdown king. You know, what's the longest I shut down? Didn't say nothing.
3 days.
The 3 days. I ain't say nothing to her. 3 days, bro. She walk in front of the TV. I'm laughing at the TV. Woo! Acting like she ain't even there. You know. And
so rude.
But I've grown.
You have grown.
I
yes.
have matured.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so so you deal with it with your own rules and government that you discuss before you even get into the argument. And there's going to be disagreements. You come from two different places. It's okay to disagree. Baby, I don't agree with that. I don't like that. You know, and she'll say, okay, well, all right.
I think it's
How we
healthy
fix it?
to actually
Yep.
disagree and to have your own opinion. You don't want to be two robots in a marriage, like, you know, whatever. If you have an opinion, yeah, I think it's okay to disagree on some things, but you know that compromise comes in. That's when you have to say, okay, you know what, this one you win, this argument you win. Or I like to do, you know what, I'm not arguing with you today.
Yeah.
Like, it's not on the schedule. We're going to postpone this argument until next week. 'Cause
Yeah.
this week
It
we're
ain't
not
fun.
doing it.
It ain't fun when she ain't arguing back.
When I'm like, nah, I ain't doing it today.
Yeah, but
Nope. But sometimes I'll be ready.
sometimes she be ready. First lady can cuss. She can cuss, Eric,
Why you keep saying that?
cause you be cussing.
I don't be cussing. That's you.
Okay, so you.
And if I
Now I
do,
know I be cussing. I ain't
and if
gonna
I
lie.
do, I got it from you.
So you saying that you
I got it from you.
You cuss like
I didn't
PG.
cuss until
I mean,
met you.
you argue PG.
Yes.
Right. But look, man, like my wife is a classy woman to me. Jazzy, I call it. And I'm not. I'm not none of that. You know what I'm saying? I clean up when I need to. You know, I went to Morehouse. I know how to do I know how to do it, but me, this is me. You know, and I like her being her, you know, and so we make a great team. Somebody said we need to what is that? Georgia Boy 229, you are you suggesting an album on love
Yes,
and
he
relationship?
is.
Yeah, all right. I got something close to that, you know. Your spouse and your marriage is always evolving.
Facts.
Charlie Banks. Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. All right. So I got one more thing, and then we're gonna get out of here.
And we're gonna do this again. We
Yeah,
promise.
we're gonna do
We're
this.
not gonna do it like once a year.
We're gonna do this more and more.
Yes.
You know. Eric, if you and the woman of God get into the next argument, no matter what it is, sometimes you gotta let her win.
Because she's right.
Maybe she's gonna always be right to her. And sometimes she ain't gonna be right to you. She's gonna be right to her. She's gonna be right to her all 100% of the time. She's gonna be right to her, but she ain't always right to me. But some days, you right.
Because I am.
Okay, you right. See, there you go.
Right.
Cause sometimes, when, as you can see, I'm a man that everything is not over the top. I'm just a passionate person, you know.
Aggressive.
So my wife knows how to. If we were both like me, we'll be probably homeless.
Bouncing off the
Yeah.
walls.
And if we were both like her, the house would be too quiet.
Yeah.
We just
No. We wouldn't even know we were in the house. Like, oh, I didn't know you were here.
it just
But pick and choose your battles. That's what I was going to say.
Some of them ain't.
You don't have to fight every battle. Sometimes it's like, you know what? It's not that deep. Okay, fine.
If you are watching TV and you say, man, was that Michael Jordan? And she say, no, that wasn't Michael Jordan. You like, I think that was Michael Jordan. That was not Michael Jordan. You know you got bad eyes. I know I can see better than your mama. You know, and then the fight came from nowhere. And it means nothing.
No.
And so,
and then y'all ain't talking.
I try not to fight about things that if you win or if I win, it don't mean nothing. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a wasted fight. That's a wasted words. Now, if bills or money or something then yeah, we gon' you know, and you know we make it happen, make it work. Praise God. Yeah. So, all right, man.
We got you, Eric.
Sometimes you agree to disagree, and that's okay. Yes, sir. Charlie Banks, you got some great advice, brother. Yeah, you agree to disagree. I don't necessarily say that out loud because you win. Like, let's not fight about it. You win. I don't always say I agree to disagree because I picked a smart woman, so I don't want to be like you dumb. No, you gotta understand it's the person you pick, and you say you so dumb, you so stupid, you so lazy, that's the person you pick.
Now who's dumb, stupid, and lazy?
Right, your perception is dumb or something about you based off the person that you pick, or you got duped or you got fooled. It's still the person that you pick. So you gotta understand that. You're attracting something. It's something on you. You know how when flies fly around you, you got something on you that they attracted to. So, you know, when you're starting to put a person down that you're in a relationship with, at one time he was all right. Now all of a sudden he's sorry. Yeah. You know, and so and that comes sometimes because you got in the bed too early and you didn't really know who you were sleeping with. You know what I'm saying? You know, and so. Marriage, but you ask all the questions. I did the money test. I gave my wife, my girlfriend at the time, some money. She brought me back the receipt and the change. I was like, winner.
That's how I won.
Cause you know, if she and where'd you go to? Restaurant, store, or something?
I don't know. Went to a restaurant, we ain't had no money.
But she brought me back, and then I was just like looking for somebody that would pass my little test, you know, because I had
my test. Let's talk about mine.
Yeah, let's talk about all your tests.
No, I only had one. How do you handle a bad situation or an uncomfortable situation? Do you blow your top and blame it on me? So when we our very first date. We were in your car, which was a Topaz.
Mercury Topaz.
Yes.
They don't even make Mercury's or Topaz no more.
Right.
My mother had 3 racing stripes on the end. Shout out to my daddy who in heaven who bought me that.
Yes. And so on our first date to McDonald's, which I ain't no problem with. Yeah. Like, look, we going somewhere. He had a flat tire. And I was like, oh man, now is he gonna blame me because this is our first date? Is he gonna be upset? Is he gonna cry? Is he gonna be mad? What is he gonna do? So he makes a joke about the whole thing. Like, it's like funny to him the whole time. And I'm like, okay. And then out of the blue, some homeless guy
he had a tire,
saw the flat tire, and he had a tire.
He had a tire rolling down the street.
Chasing us down the street with a tire. I'm like,
I got you.
What is happening right now? What? And he's laughing and joking and having a great time, and I said, "Okay, yeah, that's the guy.
It's that
that's the guy.
Like
he didn't. It wasn't deep.
It was the first night.
The situation wasn't deep, so I'm like, yeah, he's the guy.
And my life has been a movie. Like, a lot of stuff. I don't go on social media a lot because I'm an eyes wide open guy. So I want to experience everything eyes wide open, you know. And so I'm gonna do better about that. But my life has literally been like a movie of just different things. So when she saw that,
lifetimes.
When she saw that, I was just like, "You want this life? you want this life?" I like,
what is happening?
I randomly break down right around the corner from the school. We went to Morehouse. She went to Spelman. We didn't even get back. We're just coming from McDonald's.
That's all we could afford.
And a homeless guy just so happens to have a tire, runs in the middle of the street next to the car and say, "Bro, I got you."
I was like,
And
what
I
is
was like,
happening?
and that's why I was looking at her like, I didn't mean to show you
The type of life
the
you
type
live.
of life.
Yeah.
Do you really want this life? And I said,
And
it's
yeah.
been like,
Yep.
it's been like,
I
that is
signed
my life.
on. I was like, this is fun. I could do this.
And I was like, man, all the stuff that people putting on Instagram and all this stuff, I was like, that's my life.
For real.
It's been my life. But we've been having fun. And so, Carl say he remember the toe pass. Hey, shout out to my daddy and your dad. So Tyson Brooks is on here. His dad, Gerald Brooks, that was the first place I recorded when I was 11 with my dad. Went to Gerald's spot. My dad and his dad is in heaven. They up there doing quartet music for God, bro. They got God on a cummerbund.
Oh no.
The shotted black suit with a Jerry curl wig. Yeah, man. Hey, we will be back doing this more often. I love this woman with all my heart, and everybody knows that my music is a reflection of what I do. She's on all my songs. You know, sometimes I leave and come back and there's some vocals on them.
That's what you get for teaching me how to
You know,
engineer myself.
So
That's
some of
your
the,
fault.
But all my songs, if there's a female voice, more than likely, it's my wife. And so we made a good team. You know, God has blessed us. We've gotten accolades and I'm humbled. I feel like I got lucky with her, cause you know, I don't do drama. People say I don't do drama well. I don't do drama at all.
At all.
Like I just can't take it. You know what I'm saying? And so for somebody to get in your face and start doing, like you'll never see me again. You
Our
know?
first trip to Florida from Georgia was like 9 hours.
Yeah, a pure silence.
And I was thinking he's not gonna like me because I'm not saying nothing. I don't have any conversation for him, nothing intriguing.
We just played music, and I loved it.
And he loved. I was like,
Because, okay, now a lot of people ain't gonna believe this statement that I'm about to make, because you always say I'm not. But my mom was an extreme extrovert. For those who know knew Edna Jones, who's in heaven, extrovert. My daddy was an introvert. All right, like Mona. So I am an extrovert introvert. I'm like both. So of course she like, well, you could get on stage. It's like, yeah, but I don't live on stage. So most of the time when I get off stage, I go and I want to be left alone or just be quiet, you know. And so we, like when she got, we did that trip and she wasn't talking and we were just listening to music. I check on her now. You good? You know, you all right? But I love that. And we are a couple, even today, just riding, no radio, no nothing. We just hear the hum of the engine and just drive and just enjoy what I call a comfortable silence. Not an awkward silence, but a comfortable silence. And it's just a peace that we have that I love. You know, because everybody else just felt like something had to be said, what's wrong, or you got to tell me some story. I'll take the story, but I don't feel like hearing no story right now.
Right.
And music, because I am music and I do music, don't want to hear music all the time. Sometimes I just want comfortable silence. So that's the introvert of Canton Jones. A lot of people don't know that I have a side like that, but I do. And then when I was like, okay, she really, oh yeah, I love this. I love this. And so that's just how
we wouldn't have found that out if we didn't keep going. You know, remember the question we had earlier, is he compatible? Is she compatible? We wouldn't have known that if we didn't walk the whole thing through. And so now we understand, okay, cool. We can do this.
Yeah.
Because we made a choice. It wasn't like we said, God chose him for you. No, we made a choice to make this work.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back a lot doing this. We'll promote better. We'll
have good internet.
Thank you, Riri, for helping us fix
you,
internet.
Riri.
I guess we hadn't gotten kicked off, so we're good here. And then If you guys want to be a blessing to the ministry, it's Cash App, it's FreeLifeglobal, PayPal.me, FreeLifeglobal, backslash FreeLifeglobal. If you want to be a blessing to the ministry, we thank you. Our gifts are greatly appreciated.
Yes.
If you next time, man, we might just have a forum on just sex. We just talk sex the whole time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a big thing. Pause to a lot of people.
Amen.
You know.
This is not in the booth.
so we want to hear from you. So as these chats, we're gonna keep going through these chats, and if you
Shani.
have questions, what's up, Shani? Have questions, comments, anything, leave, and then maybe on the next time we do this, we'll address those things. All right. But man, listen, let me tell you something. There is somebody for you.
Yeah.
If you're single, there is somebody for you. Ask a lot of questions to that person. Don't give your body up before you are married. And you know, and trust God. You got to trust God. Start looking for the God in a person instead of.
Yeah. I mean, of course, it got to look good. She got to look good, but
a lot of times,
yeah.
you know, if you're female, you're looking at, you know,
security,
you're looking at how much money you're making, and if you're male, you're looking at how big that, you know, that junk is, that, you know, or how attractive she is, you know, and those are the initial things. But after that, man, you got to find God in that person. If you don't find God in that person, then that's not a person that you want to be with. And so, I just ask a lot of questions, you know. I just ask a lot of questions. All right.
And be real.
Yeah.
Like, don't date and all of that and not be real. And then when you fall in love, then they're like, well, you weren't that person months ago. What happened? Be real day one.
You got to be like, look, baby, your breath smells like hot garbage. Like, God, dog. Oh, my God, girl. You know, like, what was wrong? I was trying to give you some hints, but you didn't take, you know. Now, if she got great character and she pretty, and even her teeth great, and her breath just stink, and you just do what you got to do. Now, I don't know if I could take it. Sometimes that pass by wind be awful.
Okay,
you know how it is when somebody pass by you and they jump.
I think they got
like
it.
Her pass by wind might be awful, bro. Her breath. So make sure that you can take
right. And if he farts every day,
yeah,
you gotta know
I'm a proud farter.
Yeah, you gotta know you can handle that.
Better out than in, I always say. Shout out to Shrek. So, you know,
I carry a can of spray just because I'm married to.
Man, she be spraying.
I do.
She be spraying me like a roach, bro. Hey, what I like to come up to her, like she can't feel bad, boy. If she feel bad or sad, oh yeah, I'm breaking one off. Cause that right there is gonna
send your eyelids.
It's gonna make her stop crying.
It's gonna make me cry more.
Yeah. If she crying like, man, that's messed up how they treated me, and I go over there and be like, burp.
Why? There's no other thing you can do. That's what you gotta do.
Man, I'm telling you. Hey, I got some farts that done saved the marriage.
Tyson, come get your cousin, please.
Cuz I'm getting sleepy, man. That's what's happening. All right, I love y'all. What's the info? She said, what's the info for the to give?
It's on the screen.
Free Life. I hope y'all can see it. It's FreeLifeglobal. Cash App is FreeLifeglobal, and PayPal.me /FreeLifeglobal.
We appreciate you guys.
All right, Shawnee, take care of my daughter that's up in Savannah. Love y'all.
You just hear from the comments. I love that.
Who said that?
That's the name. That's their name.
Oh. All right, man. Love y'all, man.
All right.
Like, it's gonna take us a minute because we forgot how to get off this book.
Y'all can keep watching us trying to figure out how to get off of here.
We got some old church folk trying to work the internet.
Oh, shame.
This should be good. I think we off.